If y'all don't know who this woman is in this picture, this is Mayor London Breed of San Francisco. Now, before I actually get into it, San Francisco before Atlanta was known as the rainbow capital of America. Like, really, all the stuff that you see going on with Atlanta right now, in particular, especially with black people, San Francisco was that like 20, 30 plus years ago. They were the big rainbow community out there. Like, that's what they were really known for. I think they're still kind of known for that, but they don't get talked about as much. But with this that's about to happen, they might reemerge. So this Mayor London Breed has launched a transgender guaranteed income program. Well, let's just call it what it is. It sounds to me like they're about to get reparations just for being in Hall T. And I'm not surprised by this because I believe I heard a while ago that they were trying to do something like this, like they were trying to get some benefits for members of that community in particular. Now, mind you, they're supposed to be a part of the academy, the L, the G, the B, and the T, but they're only doing something for the T. So I'm curious of how LGB and all the other letters and numbers and symbols feel of that they're getting something that's going to be designated for them. Now, I can almost guarantee that there most likely is not going to be a study or some kind of group think or echo chamber, whatever they want to call it, to try to break down why they should get this. They are just going to sign something off and say, here you go. Guaranteed income. Now, I haven't read the article yet, so I don't know what all the details entail, but the fact that they said guaranteed income pretty much tells it all right there. They about to get paid. Just because they live an alternative lifestyle. It has come to that. But let me go ahead and get into this article that was posted on cron4.com, November 16, 2022. Mayor London Breed announced the launch of a new guaranteed income program for San Francisco's trans community. The Guaranteed Income for Trans People program will provide low-income transgender San Franciscans with $1,200 each month for up to 18 months to help address financial insecurity within trans communities, Breed revealed Wednesday. The pilot program is the first guaranteed income initiative to focus solely on trans people and will provide regular unconditional cash transfers to individuals or households who qualify, according to the mayor's office. Let me just break down that little piece right there. Whenever y'all, just a little tidbit, whenever y'all hear me add an inflection in my voice to certain words, that means I want y'all to focus on those words. So it says the pilot program is the first guaranteed income. Guaranteed, meaning they're going to get, no strings attached. Initiative to focus solely, which means only on them and nobody else. That's why I said I wonder how the other letters and the symbols and numbers in the academy feel about that. On trans people, and will provide regular unconditional cash transfers. Unconditional, meaning here's your money. We're not going to ask for it back. It's not a loan. You don't have to pay it back. It's not. We're not going to give you some now and the rest later, or an IOU. You're getting all your $1,200 right here, and you can expect that it's going to go and hit that deposit, that direct deposit, on this date every month by this time. I just wanted to point those out. Now let me get back into it. This differs from other social safety net practices by providing a steady, predictable stream of cash to recipients to spend as they see fit without limitations. They're just getting free money. Y'all, all they got to do is qualify, and they're basically getting free money. A free $1,200 a month for 18 months. You're talking about for a year and a half. A year and a half of getting free money that they can spend on whatever they want, and they're not going to question them what they spend it on. You want to know what's interesting? I find it very good and goddamn interesting that whenever black people talk about reparations, you have these idiots out here saying, oh, black people don't deserve it because they're going to spend it on this, they're going to spend it on that. Meanwhile, they about to give $1,200 a month, unconditional cash, every month for 18 months, and they don't have to report to them how they're going to spend it, nor are they asking them how they're going to spend it. But if it's us, they got to keep tabs. We got to pocket watch them Negroes, because they're going to go spend it on weed. They're going to go spend it on bitches. They're going to go spend it on cars and houses and excursions and all types of other shit. But when they get money, they don't ask them what they're going to do with it. You can just take the money. You can spend it wherever. Let me read it again, just so I can clarify in my mind that I'm not misreading what I just ranted about. This differs from other social safety net practices by providing a steady, predictable stream of cash to recipients to spend as they see fit without limitations. I read it again. So now, just to reassure myself that I didn't misread what I just ranted about. And the reason why I ranted right then, I didn't expect to go into a rant, is because a lot of times you get a lot of black people, whether they are FBA or not, who will pocket watch other black people and try to tell them how to spend their money. Meanwhile, they about to have a whole stream of money coming in for 18 months, $1,200 a month, just because. And they can spend it wherever they want, and no one's going to question how or where they spend it. All because they live an alternative lifestyle. Meanwhile, we got to go through all kinds of studies just to get something tangible. Going back to what I said earlier, I bet you they're not going to have to do a study. They're not going to do no research. Here's your money. There you go. 18 months. They can sit on their ass for all they want for 18 months, as long as they can live comfortably and not above their means, and just wait for that check to hit the direct deposit and they good. But let's be real here in California, that ain't going to be enough. Now watch what happens. They might actually start demanding more. And you know what? Hypothetically speaking, let's say that they do, they might actually get it. But let me continue. The GIFT program, that's what it's called, will provide eligible trans individuals with temporary income and a range of wrap-around direct services, such as gender-affirming medical and mental health care, as well as financial coaching, according to the mayor's office. So not only are they going to get a free $1,200 for 18 months, but they're also going to get medical and mental health care, which probably is going to be paid for. We got to pay for our insurance. Last time I checked, health care and medical care and all types of stuff like that ain't free in America last time I checked. That's one thing I can give Canada, is they got free health care. That's one major up they have on the U.S. The city will accept applications from November 15th, which was yesterday at the time of me recording this video, through December 15th. That means for an entire month, they are accepting applications from people who identify as trans. Now, here's the thing. All they have to do is identify as trans. I don't know if they actually have to be trans or live as that, but it says they have to identify as trans. You know how many people going to apply for that? They going to bleed the city dry. But the thing is, they gave them a month's long window of opportunity to apply for this. I wonder how many applications they're going to get, and I wonder how many they're going to accept. Our guaranteed income program allows us to help our residents when they need it most as part of our city's economic recovery and our commitment to creating a more just city for all, Breed said. We know that our trans communities experience much higher rates of poverty and discrimination, so this program will target support to lift individuals in this community up. Did you hear that bullshit? Let me read it again. We know that our trans communities experience much higher rates of poverty and discrimination. So black people be damned. Listen, when I went to LA back in May, I went down Skid Row, and most of the people on Skid Row look just like me. Now, here's the thing. When they say trans, see, it's easy for them to do this. You want to know why? Because when they say trans, it's not limited to just black people who are trans. This is an expounding across the board. So if you are PC, black, Latino, Native American, Asian, and we all know that California has a smorgasbord of people living out there, especially Hispanic, Mexican, Latino, however you want to call it. If you fall into those categories racially wise, you'll be good because they don't have to limit it to just one group of people. They telling on themselves. They are telling on themselves. Because they don't just have to limit it to just one group of people as far as race goes, it's easier for them to spread it out. And quiet as it's kept, this is why they keep pushing back against lineage-based reparations, because it only benefits black Americans. If it benefited everybody like they wish it could, they would have been cut the goddamn check. GIFT is one of several programs the city is developing and implementing to support San Francisco residents and promote economic stability and recovery. In 2015, when the U.S. Trans Survey was last conducted, 33% of trans Californians were living in poverty compared to 12% of people in the general population. Even with our rich history of trans advocacy, we see that trans San Franciscans experience poverty at exponentially higher rates compared to the general population, said Paul Crago, executive director of the San Francisco Office of Transgender Initiatives. Lion Martin Community Health Services and the Transgender District are leading the program's design and implementation with support from the Mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development, the Office of Transgender Initiatives, and the Treasurer of Tax Collector. In the treasurer and tax collector. While healthcare often focuses on the downstream effects of marginalization, we know that changing the material realities of trans communities can significantly impact their health for the better. Indeed, for trans people, it is a life or death situation, said J.M. Jaffe, executive director of Lion Martin Community Health Services. The GIFT program is San Francisco's third guaranteed income program. It follows the Abundant Birth Project and the Guaranteed Income Pilot for Artists. In 2020, the city launched the Abundant Birth Project, which offers basic income for Black and Pacific Islander mothers and pregnant people during and after pregnancy. The Abundant Birth Project is a simple approach to achieving better maternal health and birthing outcomes by providing pregnant Black and Pacific Islander women a monthly income supplement for the duration of their pregnancy and during the postpartum period as an economic and reproductive health intervention. Now, peep that. I almost missed it, but luckily they kept mentioning it. Notice how every time when they try to create something when it comes to Black people, they always have to say Black and. Listen to this: Black and Pacific Islander pregnant mothers. They wasn't about to do anything just for Black pregnant mothers. They said we got to throw another group. So they said we're going to throw in Pacific Islanders, which is basically another offshoot of just saying Black and brown. I hope y'all peep that. Each year, qualifying pregnant parents in San Francisco who are Black or Pacific Islanders receive $1,000 monthly payments as part of the Abundant Birth Project. Their payments apply for their first trimester until 2 years postpartum. To date, San Francisco has supported 135 birthing parents. No, they didn't. Did you hear that? To date, San Francisco has supported 135 birthing parents. Where have we heard that before? Birthing parents. Remember, again, those who are in that academy wanted to change it from mothers or birthing mothers to birthing parents so it wouldn't offend Hall T or those who live a non-binary lifestyle. Birthing parents. With monthly payments, the goal is to enroll 150 by the end of the year. In 2021, San Francisco launched a pilot program to offer cash relief to local artists who were disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Guaranteed Income Pilot for Artists, in partnership with the San Francisco Arts Commission and the Yerba Buena Center for the Arts, currently provides 190 artists who live and work in San Francisco monthly payments of $1,000 for up to 18 months. They must love 18 months. This program is available to San Francisco artists engaged with the community through music, dance, creative writing, visual art, performance art, installation, photography, theater, or film. Teaching artists, art educators, and culturally based craft workers and makers are also encouraged to apply. People interested in applying for San Francisco's Guaranteed Income Program for trans people can apply online at giftincome.org or in person at 1730. I'm not reading the rest of that. It says in 2023, the city will launch 2 additional Guaranteed Income programs geared towards youth. I wonder who's going to fall into that category. Wow. This is very interesting, and as you can see, this the reason why I didn't point it out at the beginning is because it should be obvious. This Mayor London Breed appears to be a black woman who very well could fall into the Blacarian category as far as I'm concerned after reading this, especially that first part. They kind of went into delve into another thing with it, but I'm glad that I kept reading because now we see what their plans are, and guess what? Not a damn thing there for foundational black Americans. They got something there for everybody else. They literally are about to give Hall T members in San Francisco $1,200 a month for 18 months that they can use to spend on whatever they want. Or those who are trans identified, who may not even be trans at all. This is where we at, everybody. Of course, I got to ask anybody who lives in California or specifically in San Francisco, were y'all aware of this? Or is this bit of news just now put upon you? I wouldn't be surprised if it is the latter. But that is crazy. And what have I always said about domino effects? One domino falls, the rest are going to fall with it. I would not be surprised if other cities around the establishment start to try to implement the same thing that they are about to do with this. And the thing is, it's already in place. The fact that they already have applications, the process to start that already rolled out, which means this got approved. And it didn't take them a long time to do it. But when it comes to us, well, just wait a little while. Give us a few more months, about a year, 2 years. Yeah, let's do another study. And they wonder why a lot of black people are falling off of that Democratic plantation. Or falling off of the political plantation spectrum as a whole. But especially that one I just mentioned. This is exactly how people don't get reelected. But I don't know what the demographics is of San Francisco, but I can almost guarantee you that the black population there is very, 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 very slim. And that's without me having to look it up. Curiosity got the best of me yet again. It says, as of the 2021 census, the ethnic makeup and population of San Francisco included PC 44.9%, Asians 34.3%, African Americans or black 5.1%. Look at that gap between Asians and black people. Native Americans 0.4, Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders 0.4. This is who they have black women being shared with when it comes to that other program that I mentioned in that article. Black women are literally sharing with 0.4% of San Francisco's racial demographic. And 2 or more races, 7.2%, of Hispanics or Latinos, any race, make 15.2%. I was just curious. I just had to know what the demographics was for that, but I'm not shocked. And it looks like I was right. 5.1%. I'm actually surprised it's that high. I'm surprised it is that high as far as numbers go, because I swear that it would have been way lower than that. But I don't think the San Francisco population has been kind when it comes to black people like that. I mean, I'm sure someone out there who lives in San Francisco or lives in the Bay Area or something around that region who's lived there for a while can probably inform me down in the comments or in the chat what the population kind of looked like with black people, say 20, 30 years ago because it definitely ain't looking like much now. And I give it about 10 more years before this number starts looking more like this number.